Hi guys, this is Dave back with BTM Reviews, and man, oh man, did I have a surprise last night. I'm in my basement hanging out, watching Friday Night Trashcast, and somebody sends a super chat. I think his name's Jose M. Yeah, it's Jose M. Have you seen what BTM has said about zeros on Twitter? And I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. And then Ethan says, oh yeah, I've got one of BTM's videos pulled up. We're going to watch that tonight. What'd you say? You're going to watch one of my videos? Okay. Sure. So I ran upstairs. I grabbed my wife and we came down here and we watched the video. And we watched Ethan, I'm sorry. And it was awesome. It was really great. He did not have to do that. I'm glad he did that. He had some nice things to say. And Katie Dids was nice enough to clip that video for me so that I could share it on my channel because, it made me feel good and really help with my subscriber numbers. You guys are awesome. I think I gained 200 subscribers last night just after that. And my likes and all that stuff are still very good on my channel. I love all the comments. I try to respond to a lot of them. And it's great. This is really fun. And if you guys can keep subscribing or sharing the videos, it's awesome. The more people that watch, maybe the more people that'll realize what we thought was good isn't so good. But I am going to stop talking and I'm just going to play the video. Now, this is the video with the echo, but there's a lot of breaking up in the video, a lot of talking. So hopefully it's not too annoying, but please, again, like it, and I will continue to make them. You guys are awesome. Once again, I'm going to share this and I'm going to shut up. And when Ethan's done talking, I'm just going to end the video. So again, please like and subscribe and have a great day.
This guy, what's his name again? Hold on, let me pull up his name there. You could see him in the private message, but his name is Chibi Sentai, and all he does is he takes Patrick Thomas Parnell like Riot Press videos, and he just runs them through a filter that makes everybody in there talk like Donald Duck. And you would think that would get old real quick, but it doesn't. Like I will watch the entire video with the Donald Duck voice. It is awesome. Let me see. We need our chicken and the egg weekly trash, says Leon K. We got some coming up. Do you want to see this? Chicken and the egg stuff. All right, hold on a second. First of all, oh, there's this guy. He's in the chat right now, probably. BTM Reviews. I have not watched his content yet, like all the way through, but I want to. I want to actually review some of Eric's detractors and find the good ones, because there are some detractors that are better than others. And I really feel like BTM Reviews is one of the best detractors in the business. I've just seen clips of his commentary, but I've never watched a whole video by him. Today we're going to do a detractor review and try to determine. And look at this. He's reviewing a video clip of the BBC, the real BBC. You got Az Heel versus Babyface. You got Nerdrotic slumming it here. You got Eric July down here. And then you got Mauler, who turns his camera off and doesn't even participate. By the way, another thing. Hanging out with Mauler. Mauler famously nitpicks the living fuck out of everything. And Eric July doesn't like that either. He doesn't like when nitpicking, when Mike Partika is one of the most retarded reviewers, but like he gets in there and he nitpicks, and that's just his style of reviewing. Eric doesn't like that either. He's like, what the fuck? We showed a whole video with Eric like flipping out over one of Mike Partika's videos. He went on for like 40 minutes having a meltdown, a complete meltdown, which to me is a success. Mike Partika should see that and take real pride in that. Like, that's a meltdown that he caused. Incredible. Anyway, here they are. And this is BTM Reviews, and let's see his style of detracting.
Going through some old BBC, real BBC episodes, and I saw this one with Eric July, Mauler, Nerdrotic, Heels versus Babyface. And it's about 3 months old. And Eric July is actually going to answer the question that everybody wants to know. But in the beginning here, we're going to hear Az blowing smoke up Eric's ass about how excited he is about comics again. So
I'm excited
let's
about
listen to
comics
this,
again
and then we'll get to the question.
because of Rippaverse.
Been taking, although we've been fighting like troopers, you know, we're fighting against multi-billion-dollar companies here, dudes in their fucking offices.
So, of course, they're fighting against Disney, Marvel, DC Comics, all that stuff. You know, they're the fighters. You know, they're doing all the hard work to make it better for all of us because, you know, they're our saviors. But did you hear what he said? Multi-billion-dollar companies. So, you think they even know these guys exist? They might have heard about an occasional tweet or something, but do you think they really care? If they did, would they have released the Little Mermaid remake? No, they don't give a shit what we think. Our only defense against this stuff is to look at it and decide not to go watch it.
That would
But
be
let's
it. That would be the only defense on BTM. You know what I think Disney says when they see these guys panic and get pissed off about the Little Mermaid? I think they probably say something like, listen, I understand that, you know, you don't like it, and I'm cool with that, but maybe you should make room for the idea that there are some people who do like it, and therefore it's going to continue because, you know, Disney's going to put out things, and some people are going to like this, and other people are going to like that, and you should really just understand not everybody is going to like everything, and I'm cool with that. They should just say, I'm cool with that.
Can you all get off my rant?
All around the world. And, you know, we've been taking huge L's because we don't, no matter how many times we get called gatekeepers, we don't hold the franchises. You're the ones who are gatekeeping. You're the ones who control what's going
Listen
on
to
there.
that echo.
So as much as we fight, we do have very limited power to actually affect anything.
Our only power is our pocketbook.
That's it.
That's our only power.
And you guys go to the
can
movies.
Scream and cry and bitch about everything, but we have no power.
And you guys go to the movies. Heel versus Babyface today. God, that was retarded. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that and show it to you. You guys are going to be furious when you see this. Absolutely furious. No, you're not going to give a shit. But, because you're normal. But, wait till you see this. This is gay. At least it's gay, at the very least.
Hey, I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed with
Can you imagine, like, being in a dark movie theater with this fucking dude? I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. Can you imagine this shit? You're at Madam Web. You're in the movie theater to go see Madam Web. And this is where you're at.
myself. I've just arrived to watch Madam Web, and unless I bring my
Here
glasses,
comes the joke.
I'm pretty much blind and can't see the screen. So unfortunately, I did remember to bring my glasses. Disappointed in myself.
You're the only one in the theater. You're the only one who paid to see this piece of shit. You're the only one. There you are making jokes. Oh, I gotta see it. I gotta watch the movie. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm disappointed. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. BTM Reviews is quite right. The only thing, the only movement that we have, the movement you need is in your wallet. Hey Jude. Don't make it bad. Don't go to Madam Web if you're gonna be a shithead. Remember, it's all money to them. They don't really care. And the other thing is, like, you're sitting there telling your fans, you're creating this culture. I know these guys have this attitude, we go see these movies so you don't have to. Well, I wasn't going to go see the movie, but you guys are creating this Mystery Science Theater culture around not just bad movies, but evil companies. And you're making it cool. You're like, oh, we're just telling people not to go. Well, you know what? It's cooler. It looks like it's cooler to go and then just bash the movies. That's really what your audience is getting out of this. They're not going, oh, This guy, this potato head told me that I shouldn't fucking go to the movie, so I'm just going to stay home from the movie. No, you guys are playing a fucking game. People watch these videos and go, hey, these guys are funny because they like take the movies apart and everything. It's cool to go to the movies and make fun of them with my friends. And so you've created an entire fucking subculture of people who are what? Giving Disney their money, giving Hollywood their money. That's all it is. And they don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Hey, I don't care why you buy my comics. You know what I mean? Buy Cyberfrog because you hate me. I don't care. It's still $25. It makes no difference to me. And tell all your friends, if you hate Ethan, buy Cyberfrog for $25 and then make fun of it. I don't care. It's still $25. We're still selling comics. And the truth is, I really think that like these people do like everything that they're seeing. Like they can't stop. They know it's woke or something like that. Sometimes it isn't even woke. Sometimes it's just, they're just big fans of these companies. And they want an excuse. They want to be lauded as heroes for going and turning their money over in a very ostentatious way to one of the most evil woke companies, Disney. Disney teams up with the fucking gay and lesbian alliance to shut down parents in Florida who are saying, listen, if there are kids that are coming to teachers and saying, I think I'm a boy instead of a girl or a girl instead of a boy, we have the right to know that. Teachers cannot be keeping secrets about our kids from us, their parents. That is completely inappropriate. And Disney teams up with one of the most powerful political social lobbies in the world to shut parents down. It's not funny. Stop giving these people your money. Stop sitting there and reviewing their shitty movies and going, her, ha, ha, ha. None of this is funny. I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. What do you, they're, like, the only power you have is to not give them your money. That's it. That's the only power you have. But you've just created a whole other subculture that is just accelerating people giving them money. Oh, it's crazy. There should be a boycott. This is simple. I know it's hard. You'll have to come up with something else to talk about, but there should be a boycott. And people shouldn't be talking about this stuff. Shouldn't be going. I mean, we can talk about it, but they shouldn't be going to the movies. Shouldn't be paying for this stuff anymore.
A few select people have power in this world, and everybody knows that. So,
yeah, go watch good movies.
We're not fighting. We're just talking about it. And I think that's the best way to handle this stuff is we've talked about good stuff all our lives. We've talked about bad stuff all our lives. And we talked about this stuff with people we may not agree with on a political or religious or whatever level, but at least we can talk about it. And we don't need to be tribal about this shit. And that's just the path I felt I was falling into listening to.
Disagree. I want to be tribal.
Gary, Yellow Flash, the Quarter, and you just fall into these tribes. And it's not good for anybody. So let's keep going here.
So to really feel that energy, it's fantastic. And to obviously have it revolve around somebody who we know, somebody who had a conversation with that guy on a stream one day and just said...
So do you think that these two guys on the top would give a shit about the Rippaverse if it wasn't Eric July?
No.
He just said it. To have it revolve around somebody we know. Huh. You know, there's a lot of other artists, and some of you guys watch my videos, and you guys do stellar work.
BTM reviews, you're echoing. You got to turn off your speakers.
But these fucking faggots don't even say a word about it.
BTM reviews.
Only time that Az talks about anybody is Graham Nolan, because Graham Nolan is a stud, and he loves Chuck Dixon because he is a DC guy. But man, it's really funny how Chuck Dixon agreed to come on his show, and he agreed to write this guy's book. I'm just saying.
Should I do my own thing? Yeah, do your own thing.
Was that a hard decision for Eric to do his own thing? hey, if you're an indie creator and you have an idea and you want to take a chance, and if you make $10,000 on your first book, aren't you happy? I didn't start a YouTube channel ever looking to make money. I did it to talk about the bullshit I'm watching after watching a lot of bullshit on YouTube. That's all I do it for. There's no money in this for me. But there's a ton of money in it for all of these people on the screen right now.
There should be money
All
in it
four
for
of
you
these guys
BTM reviews.
have
There
huge
should be.
channels. They support each other to support this product. So was it really a hard decision for Gary to tell Ripa, yeah, hey, Eric, go ahead and do your own thing? Why not? Why wouldn't he? If he would have made $500,000 on ISOM 1, it still would have been a great campaign. Am I wrong? It would have been a great campaign.
You're right. I mean,
But it made a hell of a lot more because of all of the interconnectivity of all of these groups. And we all know that. We're not idiots. Look at that fat face. I hope Britain is so proud of this guy. He is the best that Britain has to offer. My God, look at that. I hope Britain is so proud of this fat guy that played video games on YouTube for 10 years before he decided to get on a diet, and now he's posting pictures of himself at the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning. Dude, just do your shit. We don't need to know about it.
Hello, this is where we are today. And it's not as if that was what, 2 and a bit years ago. It's not as if it was to put, what you've done, your money where your mouth is, not just start a campaign, but get it done. Have the book done.
Any of you indie creators that watch this, please leave a comment that you got a book done or you got your project done, whatever it is, a book, a movie, whatever indie stuff you're making. Did you get it done? Just answer the question. Leave a comment. I'll be glad to hear.
Season 1, Season 2. But I do have a very important question for you, Eric.
Here it comes, guys. Here comes the question that Eric July is finally going to answer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Bison?
Look at that response. It's so funny, right? It's a serious question, but it's so funny that he's going to laugh so fake. He's going to bend over under the table. Now I want you to look at Gary here. Does Gary look comfortable to you? Does Gary look like he likes this conversation? Mahler is, he's making a chicken pot pie in the kitchen. He don't give a shit about comics. He wants to talk about movies. But he's on the show because he's a popular guy, and I like Mahler a lot. I love his breakdowns of movies, positive or negative. I think he comes from the right place. Gary does not look like this. And this was 3 months ago, guys, and a lot's happened since then. You tell me how happy he looks.
Oh man, it's the part that made these guys so fucking angry. No, seriously.
The part he likes about Isom is the part that made these guys angry. Are these guys us? The people that bought it and just thought it was meh? And we stated that, and everybody got angry because we said it was meh.
big. Look at that.
Is that
how you
is that really what he's saying? The part that made these guys, that was his first response.
That made them.
The part that made these guys angry, and he's trying to blow it off with a
You know what's funny is that's what SJWs say. Like, what's your favorite part of this book, this SJW comic? It's the part that makes the right people mad. It's the part that pisses off the right people. Hey, this new issue of Squirrel Girl, this new issue of Captain Marvel, this movie Captain Marvel's really gonna piss off the right people, if you know what I mean. Chuds.
giggle, but that's what he fucking thinks. So fuck you, Eric July. You'll never get a dime from me again.
I'm
Damn.
actually considering, and maybe we'll poll the chat here. We're actually considering coming up with a merch line centered around that.
Yeah, of course. Because it was a serious question. What was your favorite part of the book?
BTM reviews
Nobody could answer
kicking
it.
ass.
Nobody's answered that question. And the creator, his first response was the part that made you angry. We'll keep going.
Yeah, let's go.
I think that's a great idea.
That's it.
Gary thinks it's a great idea because Gary knows how to make money. Gary owned a comic book store. Gary has a huge YouTube channel. Gary makes T-shirts like Make Marvel Mail Again that sold. So he understands that that's a great idea. But it's a better idea when you got people like Gary and Az and Geeks and Gamers that will all promote those T-shirts. But Gary had the right answer. It's a great idea because all of this guy's followers, they'll buy into it.
It says exactly that. But no, seriously, man, like, ISOM was such a
here's a serious answer. Here we go.
I love how Jen and Sylvia they word it
Frog
like it's like
person.
in the wrestling terms, right? Where he's putting like characters over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he didn't have his own answer, but the Saska sisters told Eric,
What's your favorite part of ISOM? They can put the question on a shirt, but nobody can answer it. Yeah, there just doesn't really seem to be a part like of ISOM. G Dash says your X pin post has links to sold out eBay, warts and all, aside from one link, and closed campaigns. You should update them. Oh shit, I will. G Dash also says invite Ricada to Friday Night Trash 3. That's a good idea. Let me see. Leon K says we need our chicken and the egg weekly trash. Why don't you have sweatshirts for sale on eBay? I only have one sweatshirt right now. Every time we make sweatshirts, like we sell out of them. And we have one right now. It's a Comic Skate hoodie, but you have to be a member of the channel in order to get the link to go buy one. It's like a secret hoodie. It's
ISOM did. Like wrestling characters,
For being,
pushing
like, part
people
of the
over,
cult.
whatever the fuck that
a
means.
cult hoodie.
But Az is going to say, yeah.
And that's been the coolest thing about the books, because we finally, with the release of Alpha Core, get to see that come into fruition, right? So, like, with the introduction of Alpha Core, that's why we had the first appearance pack, because you can get ISOM 1 where they first appeared with the conflict with Yaira. And to me, it's awesome to finally see that. That's what made Alpha Core so special to us, because it's the first non-ISOM book, right?
What the fuck does that have to do with what's your favorite part of ISOM? I want to know what you liked the most about ISOM, not about your fucking universe. What
Yes,
did you
it's
like the most
EFAPing
about
and
ISOM?
EFAP.
Let's get to the answer. Come on, let's go.
But
BTM
they were introduced
says.
in that book. Same with Yaira, introduced in that book, and actually during the same kind of conflict there. So to see like it lead into other things has been a cool part about like the experience of really what's going down with the Riververse. But as a writer, like that's what it's about. Like I don't ever know which characters are going to like be a hit. Like
Hey,
Okay.
Thanks for joining Lord Tatman's Comics.
Look at Gary. He looks like, what are you talking about, dude? What's your favorite part of ISOM? He is so stoic here. He's just like, dude, I'm a comic book guy. This is a terrible response. What's your favorite part of ISOM? He will never admit this because he's...
Well, I mean, these guys, Eric thinks it's a trick question because, you know, he mentioned, he thinks he told everybody, it's a trick question. They're trying to trick you. Honesty is always the answer. This eludes Eric, like, just being like honest about it. What's my favorite part of ISOM? I like the part where, you know, I don't know. Fucking the book. I can't even think of a part of ISOM. I can't even think of a part of ISOM. It's all just one fucking. There, you know, it's a blur. But I mean, just pick something and be honest. Like, what is your favorite part? And that would be the answer. But Eric thinks like he's going to get tricked by choosing something. By being selective and just making a choice. And that kind of like explains a lot of his work in his writing. Like if you make a choice, you're going to be, wow, hold on a second. What does that mean when you actually are forced to choose something, make a choice? Yeah, because most of his books are just vagaries, you know, weird vague ideas that don't really come together, that don't answer any questions. You know, where is this taking place? It's somewhere near Florida. Like, compared to what? You know, when does this take place? 2 weeks ago. Compared to when? Like, what are you talking about? When is now? Like, did we see now? Are we in now? Like, a lot of just certain people, you know, certain events. Everything has to be vague. So asking Eric to pin down, like, oh, that's so weird. Just choose, like, what's your favorite part of your own story? I mean, you know, if I had to answer that question myself, I think I could do it, you know. I'd just choose a part of the story. I don't know if the whole thing's my favorite, but...
He's a smart man, and he's in that same age range as me, so he's going to play it cool. But he's thinking the exact same thing. Dude, Az asked you a direct question, chuckling, because it's supposed to be a joke, but it's not a joke to the people who actually give a shit about the answer. People actually do. But nobody answers. But now it is turning into this universe bullshit, but you never told us what's good about ISOM. ISOM's not the Rippaverse. ISOM's a specific character in 2 books. Alpha Core, Yaira, all that shit is part of that universe. But I want to know what you like about ISOM. That's what I want to know. That's what Az asked, but he doesn't press, right?
I can have an idea. I can absolutely have an idea. But we knew Yaira was a hit immediately just because this poster right here back behind me outsold ISOM's poster.
Because it's a fucking hot chick, dude. That makes it a hit. You got a bunch of horny dudes that can't get a girlfriend or a wife, and they're going to suck into the hot chick thing. Hot chicks sell. I mean, ask Yellow Flash about Stellar Blade. He's making a video every 45 fucking minutes about it. But yeah, no shit, her poster sold better than ISOM.
He's doing his campaign, right? So it was like, okay, well, there's some intrigue and there's some interest there. Obviously, we got the work. We got Jen and Sylvia on it. They're going to do.
Okay. What's the best part about ISOM? I hate to pause, guys, but he never answers the question.
They've done a great job.
Or he hasn't answered the question yet. I'm sorry. Let me not get ahead of myself.
The story's already done. We're actually in the process of editing it so we can get it printed. But
Now, this was 3 months ago. The story's already done. They're in the process of editing it, and it was supposed to be out by now. Does Eric have a late book? Is Eric on YouTube every fucking day making videos, but he's telling other creators all the time, if your books are late, don't make videos, stay off YouTube? Maybe I should have put that in my hypocrite video yesterday. But
BTM
those
needs
two
a
were being
hug.
hypocrites
You just
together,
got to
so it
follow
didn't really
BTM.
line
He's
up, but
great.
this does.
This is sharp commentary.
to see that, coming to fruition like that, that's awesome. But then you have what shout out.
Look at this cuck. He goes off screen and
Put
comes
on a
back
Yaira
on with the Yaira shirt. And look at his fat ass lay back to display how proud he is to support his homie.
His homie.
That's so gay. And look at Gary. He's just like, oh my God, what are we doing? He doesn't even laugh. He doesn't do anything. He's just sitting here saying, oh my God. Oh, I just met this dude in England, and now we're back. And since I've come back from England, he's turned into something that I don't know who he is anymore. He's not that fat, lovable teddy
Disagree.
bear
I think
that
he
people
sees
like.
Az as his attack dog.
Now he's just a less fat teddy bear that people are turning on. And I get comments in my own videos talking about how, yeah, he's a joke in England too, or the UK. So whatever, dude. Gary's just sitting here. He's got a smirk. No, it's not a smile.
With ISOM too, right? And you have like the introduction of Blood Rule, but we didn't do, for example, any merchandise surrounding Gooding, but he was a fan favorite, right? He was a fan favorite in what happened with ISOM, and then what happened with ISOM too. So we got Mike Barron's going to be writing that story. So it's cool. That's the cool part about this whole thing and the universe with ground level and to see the enthusiasm. I want to piggyback on that point. It is that Az just made to see enthusiasm around comics is what's awesome. This is what's awesome.
Never answers the question, what's your favorite part about ISOM?
Awesome about this whole experience. We get into it as well.
BTM.
Being the creatives of it all, to see people just genuinely stoked for any gift.
All right. Now comes the bullshit part. But my whole point is, what's Eric's favorite part about ISOM? Please,
We don't know.
please leave a comment if you think he answered the question, and I will respond. But you got to be honest. It can't be about the universe. It's got to be about ISOM. What's your favorite part about ISOM?
Settling the lawsuit.
And he brought up how 2 Saska sister twins explained his own.
That's my
universe to
favorite
him
part about ISOM, the fact that
wrestling.
they settled the lawsuit with Eric. I appreciate them for doing that. Because they could have taken him to the cleaners. They're really good. They're an excellent Christian ministry that they weren't looking for trouble, really. They were, listen, they're protecting their trademark. That's all it is. So my favorite part about ISOM is their outreach, trying to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ all over the world. I think that's really great. And I like the way, at the end of the day, they showed that even though Eric is an asshole, who called them fake Christians, went after them big time, they were still merciful unto him. I like that they just settled. I appreciate that. It's very kind. So that's my favorite part of ISOM. All right, everybody subscribe to BTM Reviews. He definitely deserves it.